just without me.
Okay, what now?
Oh, well, the chats, I've been seeing it. They're like, we're just going to sit here ominous and say, good morning, everyone. We've been expecting you. And I'm, see? We've been expecting you. I know. I'm sorry, lovely people. It's not been a long night. It was a very late night. And we needed to get something done because it was stressing us out. But getting it done took until 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm very tired, but I'm here, and I'm very grateful that you're all here. How are you?
I'm good.
Would you close the bedroom door? I don't want the cat boy to escape. And it's cold.
I was going to say, that's a really roundabout way of saying I'm cold.
Yeah, I am very cold. So not so much a long night as a very short sleep. Yes. We woke up at like 10 to 10, and we're like, ah! Maybe a direct quote. You were very happily waiting and plotting for our arrival. Well, good. Thank you. Good.
That's good.
Yeah,
yes.
the thing is done enough that it just needed eyes that were not sleep deprived to look at it this morning before going on. But
basically, the really short version is an accident of circumstances has meant that I have several deadlines stacked on top of one another, and it's all for really fun, interesting things, but they all take a really fucking long time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the last 3 weeks. My primary focus has been shifting as much work as possible so that I can start working on the book. That's now happened, but these have kind of grown in the meantime. So what I'm going to deal with, what we have to deal with, is these, which means I have articles to draft. Which means Margaret gets to look at them because that's how we work, and we always work really well in that regard. And then they have to be sent off, and none of these fucking things are short.
You know, we're trying to also do self-care and have weekends and watch movies, and that's fine, but then at 10 o'clock at night, when you realize that you've forgotten something, it's a little hard.
It's...
Please don't be like us, kids. Please. Please.
How we work and how I work in particular.
Wait, cute pinafore? I'm seeing references to imagery. Hold on. I'm missing something very important. What's going on?
How we work, and in particular how I work, is evolving quite rapidly at the moment. And this was on me. I won't be doing this again.
No, sweetheart, we're not going to get into the whole guilt blame thing. That's just, it's in the Discord. Don't make me log into the Discord. I'm not
it's
that
so far away.
It's so far away. I'm not that coordinated yet. I'm just really not. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ocean. I know that's the thing, Maddie. That
is cute as hell.
Adorable. Love it. Is that a green flying squid on the ceiling? Or just like the world's most chthonic photography light? I can't quite tell. Anyway, Maddie, we did rest. We had a pretty good weekend. A pretty good Saturday. We got stuff done and we did some rest and all of that.
I watched a terrible movie. It was great.
Yeah, and then it was just 10:30 at night. We realized, oh shit, there's something we forgot to do. And, yeah. Hi, Annal. Good morning. So,
Wendy, please consider us told.
Yeah, we know. We know. So now we have... I'm going to have some coffee. It's sitting right here looking at me very forlornly.
Oh, what terrible movie did I watch? Skyfire. Oh, boy.
Oh, you pushed your granite. I love you. Thank you. Oh.
Yes. And also the good milk. The weekend milk.
Ooh, both. No wonder it's so sweet. All right. So, yes, Elsa watched a horrible movie. And I am going to slowly put on my headphones so I can hear what's going on and go rifle through this man's couch cushions and living room pit or whatever the hell that is.
Double, what's your news?
Repo the Genetic Opera is so much fun.
Never seen it.
Nice. What?
Never seen it.
You don't want to watch Paris Hilton brutally murdered? Come on, man. We got to get on that. Here you go.
Isn't that the thing that's got Anthony Stewart Head in it as well?
Yes. It is a time. Finally finished and post my TMA animatic.
Nice.
Ooh, fantastic. Please do share a link with us. And Sarah Brightman and oh, it's been too long, I can't remember. But yeah, it is a thing. If you like Meatloaf videos, you'll like Repo the Genetic Opera. I think is one of the only comparators that comes to mind in my sleep-deprived, coffee-deprived brain.
It always seemed to me that it was kind
Sorry,
of
the controller's got
the point
mustard
in
on
Anthony
it.
Head's career where he went.
Why not?
About 30 years ago, my cousin had a #1 hit with an Andrew Lloyd Webber song. That can't stand.
What?
Are you familiar with One Night in Bangkok? From
Yes.
Chess?
That's
Yes.
the only part of Chess I'm familiar with.
The only part-
I've never
Chess,
seen the
anyone is
musical,
familiar
but
with.
everybody knows that song. One
Mm.
town, it's very like the other, with your heads down over your piece. Anyway.
That is Miles Head, his cousin.
Oh, bless. Oh, bless. Oh, animation. All right, fine. I'm going to open that in another window because it'll yell at me if I try and do it at the same time. Ooh, Violence and Spiders. Excellent.
Good band name, too.
Great band name. Violence and Spiders. Hey, Alex. Apparently they are not plotting this morning. I don't know what that means because I'm saying we were going to discuss the difference between law and justice, and I got very excited.
So there's no justice. There's just us.
Really, honey?
Yeah.
That's the level we're at this morning?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
boy. Oh, fantastic. I can't wait to watch it. That sounds great. All right, so where are we? Can I hear anything?
Previously on the council,
There we are. I can hear the burning of fire.
our intrepid and increasingly ragged investigator was accused of the murder of the daughter of John Adams.
What kind of painting is that? Oh, my God, man. You have a swoon over your... Maybe I can not talk to him and just see stuff in his office. That's going to be Machiavelli, isn't it?
Real quick, I'm seeing a message on the board come through. Someone is checking the street right now because they just sent their parents an email coming out as agenda, and the street is being used to keep them cool.
Who is this?
It's about 6 messages up. I only got the message. I didn't catch your name. Thank you so much for being with us. We're so proud of you. That was really brave.
Oh, Mix really... Yeah, welcome. Oh, my gosh. Congratulations. That must have been really hard. I'm very proud of you. By all means, you are more than welcome to be here, and we will all smother you in appreciation and affection. Oh, yeah, yes, and distractions. Come, rifle couch cushions with me. There's a bird talking.
There's a bird talking.
There's a bird talking. Put on your headphones, man. I can't click on this painting. That's disappointing.
Probably part of the painting.
Oh, there's something in the couch.
That's a bookshelf.
A copy of Leviathan. Of course. Of course. Politics. The matter, form, and power of a commonwealth, ecclesiastical and civic.
Sounds a laugh.
Oh, it's the social contract theory. Cornerstone philosophy. What is that? Dogs?
There's the bird.
That's I see the bird. That's the Crusades, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I have a vague memory that you need to get the bird to say something.
Alright, I'll talk to the bird in a moment. Ooh, what's this? More formless servants.
The nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781.
Ugh.
Noise.
Why would you put that over your office? My God, man. Ooh, things, stuffs. More Carmelite water, the purpose of which escapes me at this fine hour. And he's painting something. Yeah, there's a bird. We'll get the bird to talk, I'm sure. Oh, that's, Herod and the baby, isn't it? That they split in half in the Bible.
Wasn't it Solomon who split the baby in half?
Oh, thank you. You're right. All right, look,
This is
there's a
the half
bird.
that has a face.
I want to talk to the bird.
Hey, bud.
Not Goya. Yes, exactly. Oh, I have no ability to currently converse with the avian. Rude. Fine, I'm gonna go rifle your couch cushions. Ooh, but there's a thing on your desk.
Hey, touching your desk. Touching your desk things.
What? Say again, birdie boy? Animals and robots get my courtesy. Oh yeah, that bird could definitely get through those bars if it wanted to. Alright, let's go couch cushion.
Okay, thanks for the meeting. I'm just gonna go stand over here next to you.
Living room pit. Look at the number of chandeliers in here. My lord. Man, can you imagine being the servant who has to dust all of that? Let's go this way because Piachi's... Oh, no! Bookcase! Bookcase, rifle, bookcase. I'm sorry, folks. I have like half of chat's brain cell today. Oh, there's a case. Okay, oh, yes, that's my tie.
Chest.
Can I not look at my tie, please? I went to...
Devil's Thorn.
Devil's Thorn. What is that? Can you imagine having this as your foyer? Look at this.
Yeah.
What is that?
It is a pit.
This
Down
guy's
there.
an Avatar the Vast. Alright, bookcase. Couch cushions. Ah!
Can you imagine how much of an ass pain it must be when he falls asleep in his bed chamber and then goes, I need a book. Oh, it's on one of the shelves near the pit. Oh, this is going to take me ages.
Right.
I'm going to illegally finance the development of electronics and eventually, by supernatural means, I'll have a Kindle.
Sanctus.
Sanctus Longinus.
On a table.
Which four-letter word could open this?
What just happened there? Hold on a second. What?
Which four-letter word could open this?
Why did we get such strange audio?
What do you mean?
We're gonna leave this alone for now, thank you. You frighten me. You scare me. We're gonna come back here for this. Maybe I pushed a button by mistake? I don't know, but...
Something on the table to steal.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna steal it. More golden elixir. Yay. Ah! My couch cushion rifling is rewarded. Giant pit in the room. I'm sorry, it's just gonna miss me. Go that way. No, I don't wanna. Wait a minute. If this is the third floor, this is the whole third floor? Giant pit room and office?
Yeah.
Wait, what's the name of that movie with Keanu Reeves where the devil has just a giant office?
The Devil's Advocate.
Yes! I love that movie. Of course I do. It's about
Of course
criminal
it is a
defense
lawyer
lawyers.
film.
It's about lawyers.
It's a lawyer film.
Key with an occult water symbol. Oh, now you're gonna make me know what that is.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
Very upbeat reading. Thank you for that.
Father O'Malley's up here if you want to talk to him.
Yeah, I know. I'm going around the long way. Because he's always just like right outside the scene where something's happening. It's very suspicious. He's always outside the room where it happens. Marguerite, go back to the table with the weird voice and see if it still does it. Yeah, now that we've had another dialogue, I agree with you. Let's see if the weird box is still being weird.
Which four-letter word could open this?
It sounds like a programming error. Like, inadvertently, this one's been set to half speed or something. Very creepy. An IRL friend is listening to, and the other day I got a message out of the blue that only said, "Ah, no, Jurgen!" and nothing else. Interesting. Look, we have to respect other people's pit room choices. Do we, though? Do we? That looks like something out of the Count of Monte Cristo. I mean...
Morning, Specky.
Hey, Specky. It is a programming creepy error. It's weird. If your creepy mansion doesn't have a pit, then what is the point? Indeed. I mean...
I guess I can't quite believe that he went for the pit, not the lasers, you know?
I mean, sharks and lasers are contemporary, but okay. Alright, Piaggi, what are you doing in here? I wish we had prepped sausage rolls last night. I'm hungry.
So it's been popped on for you.
No, I don't think more sugar is going to solve my problems. Look at me, I'm an adult.
Yeah, you want to try that again?
Alright, well, let me talk to Piaggi, and then maybe I'll make some toast.
I got some toast for you.
Okay, but let's talk to Piaggi first. Join me. Put your headphones on.
Your
Oi!
Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about Miss Adams.
What a tragedy, my son. How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
I saw the young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble. It's probably nothing.
Specky, are you okay? A day to wallow after a breakdown, and then I'm like, okay, time to be okay again. Toast is very good, agreed, but so is taking the time to recover if you need to. Do you know why he was outside our room? Creepy. And, no, Greg's and I, I'm afraid, do not get along terribly well. Is the polite way of putting it.
Not to worry, Your Eminence. If he is innocent, then he has nothing
Stop
to
being
fear.
a cop, Louis!
Do you know why Monsieur Bonaparte was hanging around her room like that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised
Alistair
to
is now
learn
dead.
that the dashing young soldier had become infatuated with a fragile young woman who looked a bit lost. But I don't think he got a very warm welcome.
Bonaparte and Adams? But they didn't even know each other, did they?
I couldn't say.
Can we talk to him about his random bit to hell? Apparently not. It's not one of our dialogue options. I'm very disappointed.
I'd keep pushing. I could just go for does he
Let's
know why.
ask him
Not
one
to
more
worry,
time.
Your Eminence. If he is innocent, then he has nothing to fear. Do you know why Monsieur Bonaparte was hanging around her room like that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the but I don't think
Bonaparte and
I couldn't.
Alright, fine. So you have
But
nothing
if
to
I
ask.
were you, my son, I would talk to Monsieur Perrault. You remember how violently he set upon Miss Adams.
Oh, don't worry. He's on the list of suspects.
Dun dun dun! Alright, I think... I'm gonna check the map. Yes, look, we are in the third floor. Excuse me.
What?
1, 2, 3.
Indulge me? What along that back wall by the painting?
2 servants. And a
what's
description.
the interaction spot right there?
It's a description of the
nightmare
painting.
painted
The
by
nightmare.
Cecilia.
If there was a secret door in here,
If there was a secret door in here, it would be behind this painting. Abso-freaking-lutely. I wonder if this is implied to be the top of the, like, library room. But, I don't know. It's creepy, man. It's creepy. Alright, let's go interrogate more people. Alright, folks, I'm going to take just a second and get some more coffee. Would you kindly?
I'm your Huckleberry.
Thank you very much.
You wish toast?
Yeah, with cream cheese or maybe peanut butter, some kind of protein.
I got you.
Lovely, that would be lovely, thank you. Yeah, they basically fridged her. I think she was intended as a plot point all along, which I'm very disappointed by. But, yeah, no, what you gonna do? Shall we just take 5 minutes and everybody go get a caffeinated beverage of choice? I realize we've only been playing for 20 minutes, but we're all very tired. Right, but in the meantime, there are couch cushions. Dun dun dun! Couch cushions. Dun 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 dun. Anyway, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm really tired. It's not even that I'm tired, it's just that I am insufficiently awake. Alright. Yeah, self-care does not care about how long you've been playing is very, very valid. Alright, let's see what's going on. Who left stuff on the couches? What are these? Are they towels? Are they like hot towels for people to wash their hands? Are they some kind of like rolled cake thing? I am intrigued. I wish a rolled cake thing. See, when Marguerite is very, very tired, there is no filter between her brain and her mouth, and she just talks all the time and about herself in the second person, which is very not helpful. There's a bunch of glasses lying around. I don't know if I'm supposed to take anything from that. But I now have permission to search everybody's room. Yeah, the world's pale. They're French sausage rolls. They're very pale. Now I have permission to raid everybody's room. Raid, I mean search. Let's just start searching everybody's room, shall we? Sounds like a good use of my time. They're not gonna let me just sit with my book. Whose room is this? I'm gonna read it.
Monsieur Johann van Volner.
Alright, Volner, I'm going through your room. No! It won't let me go through his room. Sus. I thought it said I could search rooms. It won't let me search that room. I'm annoyed. These are glasses? Something. That's fruit. That's legit. I'm not overly fond of Greg's. I am very fond of sausage rolls, though. I like making them. But I did not make them in time for today. That's okay. Greg's is a bakery lunch takeout kind of place. Yes, you're supposed to... Their whole thing is you get hot food to go and eat it on the street. It is not to my taste profile. Oh, look. Pastel landscapes. Anyway. This is not going to give me any new couch cushions, is it? I'm very disappointed. Coffee and sweet... I didn't know they did sweet treats. I thought they just did bread and sausage rolls. Greg's does sweet things?
Yeah.
Like what?
Ice fingers.
What is that?
It's like a hot dog roll with water icing on it.
Why would you do that to people? Donuts are right there, man! Come on!
Also donuts. Yum-yums.
Oh, this is Werner. We're gonna talk to Werner. Werner!
Good day, Monsieur de Richet.
Mr. Volner, are you looking for anything in particular? Next to Elizabeth's room?
No, nothing special.
Sus! I'm not gonna tell him any. I'm not gonna insinuate he looks dodgy. I'm going to speak about Elizabeth's death and see how he reacts.
Has anyone told you that Elizabeth was killed last night?
Yes. Rumors spread quickly.
Huh. He looks very put out.
It's horrible. How did it happen?
I can say nothing to you, sir. You'd better follow your host's instructions and stay in your quarters.
I shall leave you now, sir. I will return to my room.
Which I will come ramsack later. What is he looking for? Sus. Super sus. Alex, that can totally happen. I love Paris. Haven't been back in a while. Would love to go to bakeries, please. Thank you. One of my favorite memories of Paris is I was there for a competition. Oh, I can't even open that box anymore. That's very disappointing. Are these Elizabeth's rooms? I have no attention span. I was there for a competition, and we just went to, like, a little open market and got bread and ham and fruit and took it to a park and sat and ate, and it was wonderful. This is Elizabeth's room. We've been through here before, but let's look again and see if we find anything new. Folks, content warning for they are gonna show you a body. Oh my. This is more. They just left her there. Anybody who needs to step away for a little bit, it's okay. Yeah, we'll talk to the servants as well. Wow, we just left her there.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you.
Yeah, this is the. Yeah, all right. Let's investigate the room first. Wasn't she on the circle last we heard? I don't know. Let's investigate.
Clock stopped at 3:54. If it was smashed during the murder, then I've just established the time of the crime.
Well, technically, rifling through stuff is what crime scene investigators do. So we're on spec here. I love how the music. I love how now that we're all gonna travel and just go meet Magnus' friends in different countries. This makes me very happy.
Huh. The talisman that I gave back to Elizabeth. I can't exactly say it brought her good luck.
Aww. But she didn't have it on her. Interesting. Yes. Creepy circle gets saved for last, thank you. Don't make me walk in it, you bastards! Oh, make me walk in it. Alright, let's look.
A pentagram? What the hell's been going on here?
Alright. What's the connection with Elizabeth's death? Or... difficulty 0 for the examining the symbol.
Contrary to what most people believe, a pentagram's not there to conjure up, I don't know what evil or demonic creature. With the point toward the top, the pentagram is an ancient symbol of protection against evil.
Okay, good. What's the connection with Elizabeth's death? I think we're going to spend a point on that. Oh, and now we have somebody in Berlin as well. I want to go on like a Magnus European tour. That sounds amazing. I was actually thinking about this the other day. That something Rusty Quill should do is like write a walking tour of London with just different Magnus sites. That would be really fun.
I'll do one better than that.
Huh?
You have each location done by a different character.
Oh, yeah.
Because no one wants to do all of it, so it culminates with John going, very well, hello, my name is John, I'm the Chief Archivist at the Magnus Institute, please come with me. And you have Martin being like, I'm terribly enthusiastic, and look, this one's connected to poetry, I'm so alone, please help me. You know?
And then we like rent a bus.
Yes. Yeah,
oh yeah, they do bus tours and ghost tours all the time. We should get like a Magnus tour put together. That would be so much fun.
Sasha's is rigidly professional and beautifully well done. Tim's opens with, okay, first, do you have your mountain bike?
You've had that on the card since season 3, huh, Annal? Yeah, that's exactly why you need a bus. Most of the London locations are not that close together. At the very least, we should put together like a Google map or something that has all the little interactive points. That would be fun. Oh yeah, the characters could leave comments. Oh, God, I've just made us a group art project. I'm trying to investigate a murder here. Stop having good ideas. I love you.
And then, me too, and, you could have Peter's building, and the only comment is, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it. Or a link to the Guardian article, right? Do not kayak. Well, you can kayak on the Thames out here in Reading. It's much easier to deal with than it is in London. It's much less tidal. All right, what is the connection with Elizabeth's death? Obviously, she was scared of something and made herself a protective circle.
I wonder if Elizabeth's death has anything at all to do with this pentagram. If a ritual went wrong and degenerated, Elizabeth would probably have been killed in the center of the pentagram, not 3 meters from here. That's strange.
Yep. Exactly. This is not a ritual gone wrong. This is something she drew for herself. After Rivers of London, I don't trust the Thames. You shouldn't. Nobody should. Bathtub full of books.
A notebook written in Elizabeth's handwriting. It is written in a mix of several languages. Not too easy to work out.
Use your knowledge or translate. Let's use linguistics. Yes, Alex, we live in Reading. Elias totally reads the Guardian article smug as heck. He probably has it framed somewhere. Yeah, if you guys like stories that are about water and rivers and such, what is the name of Rachel K. Jones's novella? And the River Shall Run to the Sea, I think it's called, by Rachel K. Jones. It's fantastic. It will make you cry. I love it very much. When things are way better, I'm going to propose a walking meetup and possibly a talk on Millbank. Oh, that sounds fantastic.
It looks like a mixture of medieval Latin and Anglo-Norman. It is difficult to make sense of this jerky writing. I can make out some passages, though. He's coming. The demon is upon me. He's coming back to kill me. There she is. Death has come to finish me off. I've just run into her son. That was her last entry. What tortured writing.
So obviously Elizabeth personified our mother as death. Those shadows were just rendering in, right? I haven't been standing here 12 hours.
We're just rendering in, don't worry.
Okay, phew. I need to take a bite of toast now. Sorry, everybody.
ASMR. A Secret After Dark. This is ASMR, A Secret After Dark.
There needs to be a website or something with couch surfing specifically for TMA fans. A couch surfing channel in the Discord after all the pandemic stuff is resolved would be brilliant.
Scabby.
Right? We've read this
June
letter
11th,
before.
1791.
A gun?
Fairly new, I'd say.
I am looking forward to that
Judging by
Eldritch.
the weight of it, fairly light.
Is that not the gun that your mom had in the vision? I'm both sorry and not sorry at all. And it's also not actually mine. I think Effie Seiberg came up with the term.
Oh, Scarebnb is one of their short stories.
It's a really good one,
We
too.
did a live performance of it. It's brilliant. Give me a second, I'll dig it up. And it's written from the point of view of a Airbnb review. It's brilliant. Airbnb story. I think it's by Effie, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's called like your Scarebnb experience.
If you just search Effie and Pseudopod, it should pop straight up. I think it's the most recent thing she sold to us.
There's too many people making the Scarebnb pun. I'll find it for everybody later. Hold on, let's just go to Pseudopod. Pardon me while we pause in the middle of our gun investigation. Search for Effie.
The only time we've used Airbnb to date, we kind of got a natural 20,
Yeah.
which is why we never used
Which
it
is
since.
probably why we've never used it again. We found a fantastic, basically mother-in-law cottage in Penzance. And here it is. In
Like a
regards
single
to
room.
your concerns about, copy link address. In regards to your concerns about your Scarebnb experience and the Halloween parade. There we go. Well, the Halloween parade part is additional, but there you go, chat. Great story. Okay, so let us examine the firearm.
A tribute engraved on the barrel. To the liberators of France.
Oh, God.
Oh, really?
It's here awfully conspicuously.
There's a few dried traces of blood on the grip. Difficult to know for sure how they got there. It's extremely well maintained. The barrel is perfectly clean. It isn't loaded, and there's no traces of gunshot residue. I'd conclude that it hasn't been used recently.
Has it been fired?
Right.
Hasn't
I shall have to find its owner.
But it's right by the balcony door, meaning somebody could have come in and tried to investigate the scene and left the gun behind.
Piece of fabric. High quality at that. I'd say it's silk. Going by the texture and the gray hue, it must come from a dress,
Oh,
that
mother.
kind that women of quality wear.
Yeah, I do that.
Let's use logic as opposed to etiquette.
The color doesn't correspond to Emily's black outfits, and Elizabeth doesn't have anything quite like this in her wardrobe. Let's take a closer look. It's a little dirty. It must come from the bottom of the dress where it touches the ground. I recognize that moire pattern. It's the same as the travel dress my mother was wearing when she left. But why the hell did she come into this room?
To investigate Elizabeth's murder. The pistol could have been hers as well. So Mom was here, or at least they want us to infer that Mom was responsible for the murder.
Vials of laudanum. The label shows that this laudanum comes straight from America. I wonder if Washington's involved.
Well, no, because Elizabeth's also American. It could have been sent from home. Yeah, Elizabeth did say Mom was awful to her. Shall we spend some of our inventory and remember and do some more investigating? Next skill use is free. We've got a bunch of those.
Burn a couple of them.
Let's burn a couple of those. And we're entirely out of royal jelly anyway. So we're gonna have to burn them.
Large quantities could knock out a bull. Could Elizabeth have been drugged? If the body wounds are anything to go by, then clearly not. She put up a fear.
I need a lot more royal jelly. I'm entirely out. More Devil's Thorn, but I'm full up on it. Alright. Now we're gonna have to... Let's see if there's anything else over here before we start investigating the body. Alright, before I investigate the body, I'm gonna talk to the servant. Well, yeah, laudanum is addictive and very commonly given to women in this time period, so...
Has Sir finished with this room?
No.
No, I haven't gone over everything yet.
Sir may take his time. When Sir would like to leave, Sir has only to tell me.
Okay, so, no. Anything else?
Has Sir finished with this room?
Do you know who could have made such a mess of this room?
Miss Adams, Sir. We were given orders to leave the room as it was, so as not to rush her.
Did she have a fight with someone to get the room into this state?
Not that I know of, sir. Miss Adams would sometimes throw a tantrum, during which she would destroy anything that came to hand. Lord Mortimer told us not to enter the room.
Thanks for that information.
You are welcome, sir. Has Sir finished with this room?
No, I haven't gone over everything yet.
Sir may take his time. When Sir would like to leave, Sir has only to tell me.
I know. All right, let's take this nice and slow. That's right, Ocean. Laudanum is basically just open.
Yeah.
The lower part of the handle is unsullied by blood. The murderer gripped the weapon so tight
It's
there's
heroin
no
with
blood
methadone,
where he held it.
basically.
The handprint indicates a small and slender hand. The blade is short and thin, well sharpened, apparently. It's covered in blood. Still fresh. The handprint on the handle is really small. I can't imagine a man with a hand that size. It must be from a woman's hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Blood spatter indicates that the murderer must have held Elizabeth upright during the attack. Even if Elizabeth wasn't very big, I doubt she wouldn't have put up a struggle. It takes tremendous strength to overpower someone like that.
I know. I know it's gender essentialism.
What's gender essentialism?
Well, assuming that a small hand therefore means a woman. But the fight indicates a much more physically or stronger attack, which is not conclusive but indicative of.
Knocked over bottle of wine. Same thing Elizabeth served me last night. Still just as disgusting.
Okay, so that symbol indicates that we've
I don't know
got.
what's happened to this wine, but it's undrinkable.
I'm trying to remember what that symbol means. I think it means that, like, art temporarily cures negative alterations. Alright, let's try using that. Right, okay, cool. We've just cured our negative alteration.
So smelling the bottle gave you a funny turn.
Yeah, exactly. So, let's analyze the bottle now.
They had the wine too long.
Not
A
over
thinkable
bottle
crime, far
wine.
worse than murder.
Shall we analyze the smell?
Good morning, Greg. Yeah, let's do that.
So that's this one.
I know that smell. It's laudanum. It must have been mixed with the wine directly in the bottle.
So you, it's a good thing you didn't stay around last night. Silver. Okay, so there was laudanum mixed with the wine. We don't know whether somebody did that or if she did that.
Poor girl bled to death. Whoever left that footprint has boats for feet. That's at least a
It's a
size
big lad.
15. Where's a size
It's
like
so
that
clearly
here?
the big lad.
Peru? Washington, maybe.
Well, that just proves that they've tracked blood in here, not that they were contemporaneous with the time of death. I mean, the problem is, if she died in the night at 3:45, as is implied by the clock, anybody who came to see her could have discovered that she was dead and been here but not warned anybody. And somebody discovered her dead and raised the alarm.
So there is in fact the possibility that both Peru and your mom rocked up, saw the dead lady, and went, "Oh boy."
Yeah. Silver says, so if we drunk that, we'd have woken up in this room after the murder and been accused as well. Yeah, that's my guess.
I think you found the other possible narrative branch there.
Yeah, Eldritch. This is why I should play Phoenix Wright. Well, if you're gonna make me do the investigation and the prosecution...
Objection!
Exactly. Poor thing. She's absolutely covered in tattoos. Aw, thanks for the up close. That was a little gruesome. Okay. Let's start at the top.
I see no
Bloodshot
sign
eyes.
of bruising on the skull. The only clue is a scar from a previous craniectomy.
Ugh.
Poor Elizabeth. She must have been very young when she went through all that. That's torture. She also has old scars around the neck. Maybe mutilations. She bled from the nose.
Vigilance or science?
Ooh.
I'm a man of science.
You're a man
Let's
of
do
science.
There's signs of bleeding, but I don't see any traces of bruising.
So she bled from the nose, but she didn't get smacked in the nose.
No trauma. Yeah, all of this speaks of internal hemorrhaging, doesn't
What a
it?
strange smell.
I only have 2 skill uses left, and I'm going to assume it's laudanum and go on with my day.
I think that's wise. You need to top up?
Oh, no, I'm good. Alright, so that was her head. Upper body now.
I count no fewer than 9 wounds on the thorax, with a lot of blood. At first sight, I'd say that's what caused her death.
Stab wounds. Let's examine the tattoos here. My guess, honestly, is it's going to be either she died from the laudanum and then was stabbed afterwards to confuse the scene. I'm not quite sure yet.
Some of these tattoos are veritable works of... What's that? The skin between her breasts is different. Bloody hell! This tattoo was drawn on a page of leather and stitched onto her skin. Probably during childhood. If the scars are anything to go by.
Ugh!
It's the same kind of tattoo as on the rest of her body.
What? She has a piece of flesh on her chest that's been tattooed and stitched on?
What?
I mean, wow. I mean, it's bad, but also metal. Yeah, exactly. Okay, we have to...
Wounds are clean and look like they've been inflicted by a sharp object. Some of the lacerations have damaged vital organs, the heart, the right lung, which is perforated. Most of them weren't given with much force. She might even have survived. But the stab in the heart, though not all that deep, sealed her fate.
Alright. Let's look at her arm.
There are numerous marks on the body. She must have fought like a lion. It couldn't have happened without a lot of noise. There are also a number of old scars.
Oh, wow, good. These are all free because I have appropriate skills.
Ancient Greek. Let's see what it means. These are sacred chants intended to protect their bearer. But from whom? Or from what? She had the Sigillum de Ameth tattooed on her. The symbol of the living God. Written in the language of angels, according to believers. It is rare for someone to know about symbols like this at her age. Unless her mother was a tutor. Symbol of Masons? What's that doing here?
So, the general scope I'm taking from this is that the tattoos are protective in intent.
Is she trying to keep something out or trying to keep something contained within her?
That's a subtlety I don't think we've picked up on yet. Oh, sorry. So we examined the tattoos. Let's now examine the scars.
Scarring. Ugh. Scarring isn't very regular, but they're mostly from old cuts.
Let's analyze the scars.
Scars are superficial and were made several years ago. She wasn't trying to take her own life. People who scar themselves in this way generally do so to relieve some kind of psychological suffering. By trying to master the pain, they establish their self-control.
Yep, exactly. Very much so. The things people did when blood was poisoned. Yeah, I know. Alright. Let's look at her hands now.
No wounds, but blood on the right hand. Nothing on the left except that tattooed symbol. This pinnacle's a trap. The wearers of the pinnacle thought that they were protected from evil by surrounding it inside the different circles of the pinnacle.
So again, trying to trap things or provide defense. I can't observe the wrists without spending my last ability to answer a question, so we're gonna have to leave that for now. Yeah, we're almost done, folks. We've got one more thing to investigate. I know this is dragging out. Apologies.
It may be.
Blood, but no trace of blows on the legs. More tattoos, similar to those on the rest of her body.
Alright, there's an option of contemplating sexual assault, so I'm going to stop here for a second if anybody wants to step away. Why don't we instead just analyze the blood streaks?
Yeah. Good morning, Mama.
The direction of the blood streaks caused by the wounds to the thorax show that she was standing when she lost blood. This proves that she was standing when she was assassinated, possibly held by someone or something.
And we're completely out of ability to ask any more questions now.
This may conclude our festivities with the body.
Yeah, I think we're done examining the body now. So we've examined the body, and the blood, and the laudanum, and the wine. The wine with the laudanum and the knife. We've looked at everything in the room. We have an approximate time of death. We think... We have circumstantial evidence that our mother was present in this room at some time, as was someone with a pistol from the French Revolution, which could still be Mom. Ooh, there's something on the ground. Is this another letter? Yeah, okay. Yep. Let's go ahead and leave the room now. Unfortunately, there's no more golden elixir or royal jelly, so we're gonna have to... Oh, we're not allowed to leave unless we talk to the servant. Very well. I'd like to leave now, please. Yo.
Has Sir finished with this room?
I know enough now. Thank you.
Very well, sir. Sir may return whenever need be. I shall guard the door.
Thank you. Alright. We have left the scene of the crime. I'm gonna take a second and have a sip of coffee. No, I don't want to drink the lager. That would be bad. I think that's what would have happened if we'd stayed with her last night, though, for
Then
sure.
woken
I
up
think...
with a dead body.
Huh? We would have woken up next to a dead body.
Yeah.
That would have been awful. Yeah, good to know we can come back when we have more action points. So, I think the only question that is unanswered is whether or not she was a victim of sexual assault. But I think we could probably live without knowing that.
The answer to that question will not alter how dead or how murdered she is.
I don't even think it would increase or decrease our pool of suspects, so I don't find it being an important question to ask.
I mean, in terms of motivation, it would speak to Peru, but we have enough information that already points to him.
Exactly. That I don't think we need to go down that road. All right. Now, we know that Wolfie... I'm sorry.
Wolfie.
I know that's not his name. Went back to his room, and we couldn't get into his room earlier, and we're allowed to search his room, and I haven't searched his room, so we're going back to his room. Thank you for the toast, honey.
No worries.
Oh. Yeah, I think it was the only question we didn't get a chance to ask. All right. Yeah, we burned all of our inventory, but we've asked basically all the questions we could think of. Ooh, this room's pretty.
Creepy ass paintings does he have?
Yeah, exactly. Imagine having so many guest rooms that you have to come up with themes to decorate them.
The alchemist is a young man.
This is the alchemy room. As a young man? Really? Huh. Who still has a pastry? I'm very jealous.
Ocean.
Yay.
Signs of the zodiac.
Why is his voice all of a sudden gone super deep?
Ooh. Something on that bookshelf.
I saw it. I'm trying to get closer to it. Jump, Louis, jump.
Jump.
Jump around. This is, where is he? Von Werner's room. He's vulnerable to diversion and immune to occultism. Prussian Minister of Religion. Ah, I'd have to spend points and I have no ability to reach. Yeah, I'm short. Alright, maybe we'll find some royal jelly in here. And we can use it to jump up on his bookshelves. Get down! Louis! Get down!
Louis.
Oh!
Who's a good occult detective?
Probably a coin. Yep, found a coin. Fireplace. That is so alchemical, I can't even... Obscuritism. The voiceover quality is different here, like he had a...
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Yay, I found a royal jelly!
The Sorrows of Young Werther. There's a handwritten text signed by von Werner on this first page. Dear Elizabeth, I know that this book is but a small token compared to the delightful moments you gave me, but I hope that this will nonetheless keep the memory alive. Your ever obedient servant. So, Volner had a relationship with Elizabeth, but that's hardly surprising given his fondness for the occult.
I bet you that's what he was looking for in her room, is he didn't want the fact that they'd been corresponding to be discovered. I'm out of the ability to search his room. Alright, I'll come back. It's probably just alchemy stuff. His own personal alchemy kit.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
Difficulty 6 occultism. Wow. The letters on the top of Christ's crucifix.
You'd be alright.
Or weren't they some combination of these letters?
IPOW, yeah? IPOU.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll come back to it.
I got it.
Alright, you let me know. INRI. Alright.
A chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
INRI. No, that doesn't map. Bad taxidermy guest room would be used for guests I don't want to stay long. Yeah, exactly. Alright. We'll come back to that if we want to.
Yeah, but in that case, is it bad taxidermy or is it good taxidermy?
Rummaging through your thing.
Fragment of amber.
You're in the room next to me.
Found a piece of amber. Woohoo.
The alchemist is an old man.
They look basically the same age, which is weird. Bathtub. I love these, like, trousseau chest things. I'm already full of Devil's Thorn. But I can talk to him again. Just let me finish rummaging through your things. Just wait right there, please. Wait right there, please. Thank you.
This book seems nice. Thanks. I'm gonna take it.
More coins. There's a letter there, but it's not available for reading. Yeah, he doesn't keep his books in the bathtub. Disappoint. Should we go find that thing on his shelf, or should we hang on to our one action point? I think we'll hang on to our one action point. Alright. We already know about his vulnerabilities and stuff.
Remind me what they are.
Oh, that's Elizabeth. No, here he is. He is vulnerable to diversion, which is one of our strengths. Gold or life, Silver, huh? Let's go take a look. And he's immune to occultism. Gold or... I think gold is more likely, because isn't alchemical... Isn't turning lead into gold one of the core aspirations of alchemy?
Yes.
Alright, let's try gold.
Chest locked with a 4-letter code. Surely a word close to the owner's heart.
I want to, like, buy an ancient brass bathtub and fill it with books now. Gold. Oh. G is not an option. So let's try life, okay? F is not an option for the third letter. Okay, let's start over and I'll give you guys the letters, okay? So first letter could be L, I, Z, or O. Lead is a good choice. Yep. So let's go with lead. E. A. No D. G-U-X-C. Oh, we have a raid.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Count Ravenwolf. So the third letters, these are the fourth letters, is G-U-X-C. Zinc? Yeah. Alright, let's try zinc. Don't mind us, we're just pilfering your stuff, dude.
We'll be with you in a minute.
Well done. Theatrium Chemicium. And some mysterious notes. Have a good one, Four Rats. We'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Four Rats.
Alright, so let's see what these mysterious notes we just acquired are, shall we? If they've entered our inventory. Perhaps not. Oh, I think they may have counted as some of Sarah's notes. Hmm. Alright, I think it may have been Sarah's notes that was in one of the pages of. Interesting that Von Werner would have my mom's notes, though.
Asking when you talk to him about personal relationship.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. And I'm not going to spend my point getting whatever this is on his shelf, even though I'm really tempted. Because I think we still have a lot more people to talk to. We're conducting a murder investigation. Would you rather stay in bad taxidermy-themed room or Viking-themed room? Probably the Viking, just on principle. The idea of dead eyes on a wall staring at me does not appeal.
Only museum exhibit I've ever run away from.
Only museum exhibit you've ever run away from? What was that?
Taxidermy Hall.
Where?
Natural History Museum in Cumbria. I was suddenly very aware I was alone in a room with a couple hundred animals staring at me with their cold dead eyes.
That sounds disturbing. I agree with you. Taxidermy room, especially if they are dressed as real Vikings. I know they aren't even real eyes. It's still disconcerting.
What
All
can
right.
I do for you, de Richet?
Monsieur, Lord Mortimer has appointed me to investigate the tragedy that befell us last night.
Oh, yes. It's horrible. Yes. How can I help, monsieur?
Alright, let's start with where you were last night. Having read Ursula Vernon's Hollow Places, I'll take the Vikings, Ta. Yeah, exactly. Huh? I will tell them of the book at some point. I'm not quite awake enough yet. Alright, where was he? I'm investigating a murder! Where were you
Where
last
were
night with
you last night?
In my room. I read a few ancient manuscripts before going to bed. But I didn't stay up long. I was tired.
Thank you kindly.
Alright. I know you and Elizabeth have had at least a correspondence.
Excuse me for asking, but did you know Miss Adams?
Oh, she... not really, to tell the truth. No.
I found the Werther dedication, signed by your hand, monsieur. Would you like to change your version now?
Be careful,
Oh.
de Richet. Don't push your luck. My relationship with Miss Adams was pure, and has nothing to do with you. Well, continue playing the detective you see fit. But if I find the bastard who did that to Elizabeth, I will...
Yes! I would have preferred a simple response, but I see I have my answer now.
So... Wow. Oh, gosh. Oh, I want to ask all of these questions. So I can't... See, here's what I think I'm discovering, is that these questions and the skills associate them dictate the attack I take on the investigation, but that they're ultimately asking and going to give me maybe the same information. So, tell me about what the nature of your relationship was. Cost reduced by 3. Ooh, he's vulnerable to this. So,
Do it.
I can do it.
Please, tell me a little more about the nature of your relationship.
That is a personal matter, monsieur.
She's dead.
Yes, that is true. So, tell me.
All right. It was passion. That's why we couldn't stay together. It scared her.
Oh, I want to ask so many questions right now, and I have no ability to do so. Yeah, that as well, Haven. So, they're... Yeah, that's very much not a real answer.
We finished. I'll have a look around and then take my leave.
Do whatever you have to do.
So they were a thing.
Most definitely.
But I'm out of ability to investigate. I need more royal jelly!
Do you need to go nap for great justice?
I don't think having a nap for great justice is gonna help me. Oh, this is so frustrating. Ooh. Another book. Horderus Decalarum? The very precise layout and many detailed illustrations of this encyclopedia, the first written by a woman, made it a remarkable work. Alright, fine. Mansplaining much. Let's move on. Well, that's the whole fun of it, is I think the game likes it for you to just have a whole wide world of interpretation here. Alright, so we checked his... Have a good one, 00. It's helpfully colored them in for us after we've investigated them this time.
Oh, that's cool.
So whose room is next door? Let's go find out. To the left. I have no investigative points. Please, all of you have huge stockpiles of royal jelly lying around.
Good job, Becky.
Nice! Well done, Specky. Oh yeah, I got the email this morning. Woohoo! More books. Produce it instantly. How come I can't get into whatever that... Oh, I think... That door is not letting me in. Sus. Let's go over here. Maybe it's another situation where the individual's not in their room to be questioned. Cake. Cake and couch cushions. Whose room is this?
So Jacques Perru?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going through your room, buddy. Totally found your gun. Yours are Bonaparte's, not sure which.
You missed this?
Exactly. Could I have another coffee, sweetie?
Oh, of course.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you too. You're right.
I'm tired. Well, it's not even that I'm tired, it's that I don't fully feel awake yet.
Do you want more food?
I'll get there.
What do you want from me, de Richet?
Greetings. It's fallen to me
Cut
that...
the crap! Get to the point. We both know why you're here.
And have you got anything to tell me?
What does it matter? It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
Too late anyway?
That's interesting.
He doesn't look well.
Nice decor for a revolutionary tribunal judge's room.
Oof. Well, question you last. Another coin.
Another painting on the Massacre of the Innocents?
Great! I love how we've got like a room themed.
Pattern with 4 circles.
I don't have the key, and I'm being observed, so maybe not right now.
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
Really? He's burned something in the fireplace, it looks like. Hmm. I'm gonna read this. I don't know if we shall meet again. At this point in time, I am a prisoner, saved by my own decisions. You must be protected. My future is lost without you. You can still be saved. No matter how much bitterness you hold against me, you must know that I made a pact with the devil, who I thought I could master. I thought I knew the monsters, but what I did for France is nothing compared to what they are capable of doing. Now I can't see any way out. The jaws are closing upon me. I love you now and forever. Is he married? Interesting. Can't go out onto the balcony. I'm out of action points. I need stuff.
The Massacre of the Innocents by Rubens. A bit gloomy. Guess my room is not that bad.
Huh. No books in the bathtub. Sorry, folks. Can't go. Gloves, clock, a mirror. Four circle-shaped key. So that's the key to the chest we just saw.
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais and will take you to Dover in England. From there, a carriage will take you to the port of Tintagel, where a frigate will be waiting for you and other guests, so you can meet up with me on my island as quickly as possible.
He called it Tintagel.
Lord William.
Tintagel. Oh, bless. So he took a boat from Calais to Dover, and then took a carriage from Dover all the way to Tintagel?
That's a lot of the country.
Yeah! Why didn't you just sail around, my dude? That's a very, very long... For folks who've missed it, Tintagel is on the west coast of Wales. It's on the whole other side of the country from Dover.
Golden elixir.
Alright, great. Golden elixir. Good. Okay. I need one of those. And it's not Tintagel. Tintagel! Ah! That's hilarious.
Records of the police.
Oof.
Notes intended for the police lieutenant of Paris. It's a list of people under surveillance in Paris. And there's some well-known names on it. This is valuable information. This shouldn't be lying around.
He's vulnerable to psychology. Mwahaha! Excellent. Let's take a look at his. Where is he? Jacques Preux. Vulnerable to psychology and etiquette. Excellent. Good to know. I better hold on to it for safekeeping. Right. That's pretty. I like that silkscreen. Alright, I think that's all there is in his room. But now we have the key to the chest over there. It'll probably have amber in it. We've read that letter.
A pattern with 4 circles.
Unlimited royal jelly! Ooh, letters.
Dear Monsieur Peru, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marie-Hélène.
I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later.
So it's just more Devil's Thorn, which I keep forgetting what it does. Temporarily reveals the immunities and vulnerabilities affecting a dialogue choice. Okay. Alright, I think we've got all the fuel we can to question him with.
I like that you figured out this thing of look at the room, get the ammunition, build the case.
Question the witnesses, build an outline. Yeah. Hi, I love you. Okay.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions. You were armed the night of my arrival. Can I see your weapon?
No.
You do realize you're not helping, don't you? You're making it worse for yourself. I know you were at the scene. We will save a lot of time if you just tell me what happened.
You know nothing at all.
Enlighten me then. For now, I have your footprint in a pool of blood.
That's right. The only thing you can prove is one of my boots was at the scene. Congratulations. You've wrapped up the investigation.
He's dodgy. I'm not done yet.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions.
Oof.
I'd like to talk about the letter you're writing. What woman is it addressed to?
Who says it's a woman? I'm not saying any more. There's no point you insisting.
Yeah, I think I need to start learning how to use Devil's Thorn. Let's talk to him one more time.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite.
Devil's Thorn.
I'd like you to answer a few questions.
Which one's Devil's Thorn? I think it's number 5, right? So, oh! Interesting. Okay, so that's how it works. It shows you that even if you use that technique, he wouldn't respond to it.
So it's giving you maps through the complex.
Interesting.
Goodbye, sir. We shall meet again.
Probably.
Alright, so we're not gonna get anything more out of him.
Dear Monsieur Pepper.
All right. I've retrieved
Steal
everything.
as much of his stuff as possible.
Huh?
You just steal as much of his shit as
I did.
possible.
I totally did. It's interesting that there's obviously some paper in here, but we can't read it. I wonder if we'll come back to that. Alright, fine. So, you have a soft spot. For orphans, which is going to get you in trouble. And I've got I've been hitting the sauce too much, and it's starting to impact me. Alright. He's not going to cooperate. He won't explain why I have a...
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Alright. Shall we go to Napoleon's room next? Everyone's got orphanages these days. Yeah, he's got one. Elizabeth's got one. Exactly. Now, we've been through his room once before. So let's see if anything's changed. Oh, he looks distraught.
beautiful weapon. A lovely damask blade.
My dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here.
This is Napoleon's mom. We've read that letter before. I need stuff. Do you have stuff in your room? Give me stuff. Ooh, that's just probably another... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah,
French
it's just a
actor
painting.
Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
Give stuff. I'll give you some stuff. I want stuff. Ooh, stuff.
There's just one holster in Bonaparte's gear, and the pistol is missing. On the other hand, his cleaning equipment is in mint condition. That's typical of the soldier in him.
So it could have been his gun as well as Peru's.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January.
Yeah, we've read this before.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, two great army chiefs.
I have to question Napoleon. Ooh, there's his hat.
Bicorn decorated with a cockade.
Steal his
It
hat.
must belong to a French soldier.
Alright, now I have to talk to Napoleon, and I don't have enough drugs to do it. Oh, God. What a horrible concept. Alright, Napoleon.
Monsieur de Richet, please be quick. We are both very busy.
As any good soldier would, I imagine you own a firearm. May I see it?
Oh, well, if you really want to, here is my pistol. Don't worry, it is not loaded.
Do you have several of these?
In Corsica, oui, but not on me when I am traveling. Only a bandit would carry such an arsenal.
Thank you.
Alright, so it's not Napoleon's gun.
Yes, the French development team.
It is a French development game, isn't it? Yeah.
Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed, it is deeply regrettable.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
With whom?
Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaggi as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
What time did the game end?
I can't say exactly. As for me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight. So I preferred to go up to bed.
On your way up to bed, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No, not in the least. The whole manor was sound asleep.
Not really. No. Did you notice anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all. Except the luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out more like. But I plan on getting it all back before we leave.
Did any of you leave during the game?
Not that I know of, monsieur. I didn't exactly spend my time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you.
Okay.
Someone saw you not far from the victim's room. Can you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
Regrettable. Use the thing. Use the thorn on him.
Ah, yeah. So it would work. Let's ask if he recognized them first.
Were you able to recognize the Prowler?
Unfortunately not, no. It was dark, and Lord Mortimer was waiting for me. I was not really paying attention anyway.
I feel like this is worth spending the point on.
I think so too. Push it.
Questioning logic. Hold on a second. Is he... Neither questioning nor logic are any of his vulnerabilities. Okay.
Excuse me for insisting, but if you saw him or her, I'm sure you would have more information than that. It's just that you don't think it can be of help to me.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Was it a woman, for instance? Bearing in mind that all the women here wear whalebone dresses, which is rather noticeable.
A man, I should say. I don't recall seeing the silhouette of a dress.
You see, you saw many things, in fact.
Hang on. Laissez-moi réfléchir. Let me think a minute.
A wig? His height? The sound of his footsteps, maybe.
Ah, his height. Oui, somewhat imposing. A tall man, and straight. As for the rest, I don't know, Monsieur de Richet.
Not to worry. That's already quite a lot. Thank you for everything.
Do you recognize him?
Were you able to recognize the Prowler?
Unfortunately not, no.
Okay. Let's take this one through.
But if I remember rightly, the night of her arrival was also the night of my arrival. So the person he saw leaving Elizabeth's room was Washington.
Aha! Dun dun dun!
Justice!
That makes sense, given that Washington asked us to distract
Elizabeth.
Piachi and Elizabeth so that he could go through her room.
So it's a red herring.
Well, have we finished, monsieur?
Exactly. Thanks again for all your answers.
Just to
Good
be
day.
really cruel, I almost want there to be some kind of function where you have to you get to measure your room up every single day, and then someone has to come in and tidy it up for you.
A red herring, like communism. Exactly. Now. Exactly. But that means that the two of them, their stories collaborate. So now if I go talk to Washington and he says, I remember Bonaparte coming up.
Then that puts Peru solidly back in the frame.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, is there anybody else's rooms that we can go through? So we went through Adam's room. We went through Werner's room. I don't know whose room this is, but we can't get in it. We went through Peru. We went through Bonaparte. So there's somebody else's room here and someone else's room here. One of those is going to be ours, I'm sure. So.
The other one not...
And look at all this dead space in the middle.
That's the
how
pit.
suspicious.
That's the pit. Clearly the pit.
Clearly the pit, right?
Is the other room not going to be the Lady Adventuress? Is Lady Victoria?
You mean Elizabeth?
Yeah.
No, Elizabeth Adams. Emily. Oh, let's see. Haven't been through Emily's room yet. No. Any coins? Any jelly? I need honey for my tea. Yes, my tea.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Yeah, here's Emily's room. Dun dun dun.
Read the kitchen. Have a sandwich.
Right? Oh look, her room is pink. How surprising.
King George III in coronation robes. Nice touch for the room of an English duchess.
To the point where they didn't even bother hanging it on the wall. He just propped it up in the corner. Alright, let's go through Emily's stuff. This is obviously a lady room. It's all pink. It has girls.
I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order that our mission should under no circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. T.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
There's a bunch of suspicious correspondence lining around the
Yeah.
The Lady's Waldegrave by Reynolds. Painted upon the request of the Waldegrave family, in an effort to find them a husband. Displayed like meat. It's disgusting. The Lady's Waldegrave by Reynolds.
Yeah, it is.
Painted upon the request of the Waldegrave. Displayed like meat. It's disgusting.
Grammar of Port-Royal. Ah, the artistry of the French language in all its splendor. Whoever masters French commands the world. At least une partie of it.
Really? Wow. How snobby. How French.
How you say lips there?
Don't seem able to get out of the patio. Alright. Yeah, very opinionated. How many visions have we had so far?
3, I think.
2 or 3, yeah. There was the first time Mortimer and Holmes had a conversation, and then Napoleon walked in. There was... And there's been 2 visions with Mom in states of injury. Another golden elixir. Excellent!
Yes! Stock it up.
Give me all your stuff! Just gonna stand around in an exquisite dress staring out the window all day, hoping the back of my dress comes home.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam, thank you for consoling the Queen. The King's situation is worsening, but I wager he'll recover from this present fit. Next time you speak with Her Majesty the Queen, would you please be so kind as to ask her to look into my petition to raise taxes with the King? I will personally see to it that our nation will recover from this impasse. But King George's mental situation is slowing down our decision-taking. Thank you in advance for all your help. William Pitt, Prime Minister of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
Interesting.
The king is not some good friend.
This is Cersei.
Okay, more coins.
Yeah.
That's nice. Bathtub, no books.
No books.
I'm gonna buy one of these copper tubs and fill it with books now. Books and plants. Another letter. Duchess, you can inform King George of the Holy Father's backing.
We shall assist you with financing the recruitment of regiments of emigrant royalists to fight against France. Your friend, His Eminence Giuseppe Piaggi.
Ooh. That's some...
2 coils circle the lock.
I haven't found the key yet.
Queen Charlotte. All the royal family of England is there from what I can tell.
That's not Queen Charlotte. That is a whitewashed version of Queen
Yeah,
Charlotte.
Queen Charlotte was...
A letter from William
Brilliant
Pitt
white.
the Elder addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister.
Was the English
This
Prime
letter
Minister.
dates from 15 years ago now. Madam, I shall never thank you enough for all your care and attention. I shall be indebted
Madam,
to
I
you
shall
to
never
my
thank-
last
It's
breath.
reading it right now.
If you have any request of me, you only need ask.
Oh dear.
With regards to my son William, I shall never thank you enough for looking after him. You know the latter's preferences, and you will understand he needs you desperately.
Huh?
For that, and as agreed with Queen Charlotte, our friend Duke Hillsborough will carry out his task and
That
meet
reads
with
an
you
awful
within
lot.
6 months. From then on,
Like-
you'll be free from want. Yours sincerely, William Pitt, Count of Chatham.
What does that read an awful lot like to you?
That you're old enough that you did some sort of favor for the old Prime Minister involving his son?
Yep.
Huh.
And that he's prepared to use his resources to have people killed for you.
Yeah, that reads a lot like, please seduce my son, right? You. Okay. She can't be that old.
Who?
Emily.
I took her as being about our age.
I have no ability to search her stuff. I want to search her stuff. Where's your royal jelly? I need stuff.
You, give me things.
Oh my gosh, this is frustrating. I'm not gonna blow one of my golden elixirs on searching her wardrobe. I'm sorry.
What can I do for you, Louis?
I've come to see you about last night's tragedy. Did you hear anything about what happened to Elizabeth?
Yes, we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know. How awful. I didn't know her well, but I hope at least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
What is Emily's response to psychology? Emily. She's vulnerable to psychology. Ha ha ha. But I'd have to spend one of my golden elixirs for it. But the dialogue choice is "don't you worry," so saying stabbed 9 times is probably not going to work here.
She didn't have time. I'm afraid Miss Adams was stabbed several times.
Good God, what a tragedy. Do you know what happened exactly?
In fact, Lord Mortimer has asked me to look into this case, Emily.
Really? Are you Lord Mortimer's snoop now?
I'm doing it for Elizabeth, not to please Mortimer.
Good for you. Quite right, too. Have you found out anything?
Sits down.
Nice try. Yeah, let's go through your stuff first, okay?
Did you and Elizabeth get to know each other?
I must admit, Louis, I didn't take much interest in her. I feel a bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her. She seemed burdened by her problems, and as she wasn't invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
No, I don't really want to go through the evidence with her.
No.
I'm now interviewing all the guests to establish the alibis for each person. Just so that I can cross you off the list of suspects, can you tell me what you were doing on the night of the murder?
Waiting for you
Am
to
I
show up.
given to understand that I'm on the list of suspects?
Don't take it the wrong way, but I must consider every possibility.
Well, if you absolutely wanted to be sure of my activities that evening, you only had to join me, you know.
I know, Emily. Especially since I couldn't prevent the murder, even though I spent part of the evening with Elizabeth.
You're sure it's not too hard to bear for you?
The fact is, I don't have a choice. But I will find the murderer. I owe Elizabeth that, at least.
So where was she?
Yes.
I think, unfortunately, the game wants me to kind of confide about her. I really want to do this. I think that's a good use of the golden elixir. Well, but first, what is it? It's diversion. What is she at? Diversion. It's not one of her things, but let's spend one of these. No, not one of her particular traits.
Since your arrival, did you notice anything strange about Elizabeth?
Everything that happened around that poor child was strange. You saw that for yourself.
I know. You're right. I'm looking for leads to try to reduce the number of suspects.
Well, I would say that in addition to ourselves, you could also cross off President Washington. I went to see him during the night. I had some business with him, and I can confirm that he didn't leave his room all night.
That gives Washington an alibi.
I really don't like that it wants me to confide in her.
If I remember correctly,
well,
you do kind of end up double acting with her for a little bit of the next act.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's. So she wasn't waiting in a room for us all night. No. Apparently she decided to make use of her time.
Moving on.
Yes.
I found a torn piece of dress in Miss Adams' room. Gray silk.
Where's it from?
That's what I'm trying to find out. The color doesn't match any of Elizabeth's dresses, but I might not have found all of her clothes yet.
Good Lord, Louis, do you realize what this means? If this piece of dress isn't from Elizabeth, then it's... I don't have any grey silk dresses, Louis. Neither does my sister, since we wear the same clothes.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to check with you.
I'm so sorry, Louis.
Thank you.
Are you all right? You know, I'm sure there's a good reason why your mother was at the scene.
Thank you, Emily. We found the murder weapon.
What is it?
A dagger, quite slim.
Have you found its owner?
Not yet. Still searching as it happens. That said, since the blade penetrated the body several times, the murderer's hand will have been covered in blood.
You think that's a clue?
The handprint was a very slender hand, Emily. Probably that of a woman.
Do you realize what that means? There are only 3 of us on the island. Bearing in mind that neither my sister nor myself had any reason to set upon the young lady, that means...
I know, Emily. I know.
Keep up your courage, Louis. I'm sure there's an explanation. You're bound to shed some light on it all.
If what you say is true, Emily, I'm less and less enthusiastic about shedding any light on the subject.
Yeah, it sure looks like Mom did a murder.
I hear you were in discussions with the Holy See.
Oh, either His Eminence can't keep his tongue from wagging, or you've been poking your nose where you shouldn't, sir.
Even so, Emily, you're raising a royalist army. That's no small matter.
And you are straying from the subject. Is there anything else you wanted to ask me?
I guess that's everything.
I won't keep you, Emily.
Newgram GPS
Thank
is
you
full.
for
How I
answering my
implicated
questions.
your mother.
See you, Louis.
This might be a good place to wrap it up for the day. Let's see what we have left.
I mean, you talk to everybody now.
Bonaparte, Hillsborough, Peru, Von Werner. No, we haven't talked to Washington. This is my room. We haven't talked to Washington. Piac. We talked to Piaci. He was upstairs, but we haven't been through Piaci's room, and we're now allowed. So maybe Piaci's got some sweet, sweet royal jelly for us. We can't get out on the balcony. Yeah, let's go around the corner and see if we can get to Piaci's room here. Godoy's room, but the door's closed.
Huh, that's me.
Okay, that's my room. I don't want to look in my room. Piachi's room is next door to mine, though, right?
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Why can't I get in his room? My guess is that they're downstairs and I have to go chase them back into their rooms in order to be able to talk. Where's Washington's room?
President George Washington.
Try the man Vernon.
Now I'm in Washington's rooms. President George Washington, we are our God, our man. I'm sorry. You know how much I like that part.
It looks like a note between Emily and Washington about trade deals.
We'll leave it for a minute. Maybe I can come back to it. Washington! Where's your honey stash? I need it! I think his room has my favorite decoration so far. It's not over the top.
Also has walls that aren't the color of death.
Yeah, right? I'm gonna look through your stuff. Why don't you have any stuff?
Jelly.
A golden elixir. Okay.
The inventory's full.
Book. Inspector's Journal. What's that? This novel, written by the Lieutenant General of Police, is a collection of stories inspired by personal experience, whose immorality offended certain people's sensibilities. A skill point in questioning. Oh God, could I use that? Look at all these books. Yay! All right. I have 5 golden elixirs, 3 devil's thorn, and that's it. Let's go ahead and cure the negative alteration at least. Ugh. That's the way we came in. George, there's nothing in your room. Be more interesting. Ooh, stuff. Don't make me pick a lock. I don't have any skill points. And you have no books in your bathtub. How dare you, sir? Can't go out on the balcony. Yay! 1 royal jelly. I'm tempted to use it to pick the lock so that I can maybe get some more stuff. God, George, your stuff is so boring. Alright, fine. I'm gonna pick this lock.
Carmelite water. You say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
I don't want Carmelite water. What does Carmelite water do again? Next skill use is free. Yeah, okay, good. Alright, fine. Alright, that's all that we have at George's house. Alright, George, spill.
Greetings, Louis.
Mr. President, you can guess why I'm here.
Of course.
Lord Mortimer has sent me to ask you a few questions about last night.
It's... How am I going to tell Elizabeth's father that she's dead?
I know, Mr. President. I shall endeavor to find out the truth about this tragedy. I must ask you to help me, though. Please.
Find the degenerate pig who did this, Louis.
Yeah, we have to ask if he's got a tomcat named Alexander.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, I agree. I don't have any skill points left, is what I'm going to say whenever I'm exhausted. So, shall we try and get some indication of what impacts these decisions? It's Devil's Thorn, right?
Yeah.
Alright, let's use some Devil's Thorn. Alright, so for the next 2 minutes, we have access to Devil's Thorn. Alright. He looks like he's grieving. Interesting. Alright.
Tell me, Mr. President, had you spoken to Elizabeth since your arrival? You know her father. You thought she was dead.
No, I didn't. And I believe I'll be taking my remorse with me to my grave. I wanted to, but I didn't know where to begin.
You can't blame yourself. You couldn't have known that her days were numbered. Were you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes, she came to ask me for some. She had finished her reserve, I believe.
Did she tell you why she was so desperate to get some, Mr. President?
She said she had terrible migraines that wouldn't go away.
Classic.
More likely for the voices she heard, not the migraines. Were you aware that Elizabeth took laudanum?
Yes, she came to ask me for some. She had finished her reserve, I believe.
Do you take it regularly, Mr. President?
Unfortunately, I do, Louis. I still suffer from a terrible toothache, and it's not likely to get any better.
It's just for that, then.
Old age, my young friend. I don't wish it upon you, but you'll soon see. At my age, it's rare to have no problems in that domain.
And do you take a lot?
A moderate amount, Louis. Only the dosage indicated on the prescription of my doctor.
Do you know why she came to the island?
To get help, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right?
Indeed. Sir Gregory suggested to her father that he introduce her to Lord Mortimer to see if he could help her.
Let him finish, or why invite her now? Yeah, let's let him finish.
Yes, Lord Mortimer has a talent for healing, apparently. I'm not surprised Sir Gregory advised her to come.
Agreed.
Do you know if she had any enemies?
Do you know if she had any enemies, Mr. President?
Not that I know of. I heard about her altercation with Mr. Perry, but that case was closed, if I'm not mistaken. But if in doubt, I wouldn't leave any door unopened. And I'd go and question your fellow countrymen.
Don't worry. Countryman or not, I'm not letting anybody slip through the cracks.
I don't want to tell him about the footprints. I think that's just gonna inflame him.
Are you all right, Mr. President? Are you feeling all right?
Oh, don't worry. It's this rotten toothache. What do you expect? I'm no spring chicken now.
And he's concealing the fact that he's grieving.
Yes.
I wouldn't have been able to do that option anyway. I can't ask him about his alibi for last night without burning my last Carmelite water. But he could. But if I do, he could collaborate Napoleon's alibi.
Yep. This isn't about finding who did it. This is about finding who can't be confirmed as having not done it by someone else.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and burn it then. Ugh.
I'm talking to all the guests to find out who has an alibi and, well, who doesn't, Mr. President. Can you tell me what you were doing last night so that I can strike your name off the list?
I spent the night right here, reading.
All night?
Exactly. Emily stopped by in the middle of the night, you can ask her. She wanted to talk about some business we have in common.
Anything whatsoever to do with Elizabeth?
Not at all, Louis. A business matter.
Okay. So nothing about the card game. But that was the night that he arrived, remember? Not the night of the murder.
Yeah.
I shan't keep you any longer, Mr. President.
Feel free, Louis. If there's anything I can do, just ask.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I think that's a pretty good place to wrap it up. From my map, so the only people I still haven't talked to, I can't get into Piaggi's rooms, which really frustrates me. And I haven't talked to Godoy or Home.
Godoy.
Oh, Godoy isn't one of the guests, is he?
He's on the way, I think.
Yeah, he hasn't arrived yet. So I haven't talked to Sir Home, and I haven't talked to... I love that it still has her listed. I did talk to Mortimer, but Home is the only one I haven't talked to. So we can start with him next week. Reading all night long. Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's call it there, shall we, folks? I'm going to go back into the corridor. We'll get out of Washington's room. Piaggi we talked to first. Remember, he was upstairs. Yeah, the card game was the night that they arrived.
Yeah.
And the night that Washington asked us to distract Emily so that he could go through her room. Napoleon was playing cards in the small salon, remember? And collaborated that he saw Washington come up to her room, which makes sense because we distracted Emily for Washington.
So what we actually avoided was an Adams-Elizabeth confrontation.
Exactly. Well, Elizabeth's last name is Adams, so it would have been a Washington Adams confrontation. Nice. We just haven't been able to go through Piaggi's room. That is correct.
Yeah.
All right. And we are just bone dry. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go downstairs and ask the servant if he's got any royal jelly.
Hey, man.
Man, on these stairs. We need to talk to Home, too. All right, let's go try the other staircase and see if we can go down that one. Hey, Lumina. All right. Let's see if the servants can hook us up with any sweet, sweet royal jelly. Ah, it's not letting me go down those stairs either. Well, I guess we'll have to go down this other set here. Come on, Louis, get out of the plants. Yeah. That's up to his room. I don't want to go to his room. Alright, let's go this way. The Marguerite said that twice now, so maybe not. Hey! Hush. Oh, I'm not allowed to go downstairs.
So there's going to be something else you should
Where
do
is
up here.
Home, then?
Up another level, maybe?
Upstairs was,
The office in the pit.
was the pit. Yeah, we can't go downstairs. Maybe let's try the library? Which is at the other end of this area. I'm running for a little bit, folks. Hang in. The library's in this corner, if I remember correctly. Almost there. Almost there. Keep going. Keep going, Louie. Come on, Louie. You can do it. Where's the door to the library? Dang it. Here it is. No. No library for you.
Oh my god.
Monseigneur, His Eminence
Yeah.
Cardinal Piaggi.
They won't let me in Piaggi's room, and then this is my room.
Well, you in there? But if they do, you'll all just news.
Yeah, my guess is it's going to try and make me go back upstairs to talk to our host and reveal what I've learned. Holmes's room is not currently marked on the map. If I had to guess, it's here or here. Given the kind of unique shape of the room and that it's opposite the stairs that leads to the third floor, this is my guess for Holmes's room. And I'm guessing our new arrival will be here. And this is Piaggi's room, which we're not allowed into. I'm going to go in my room if it'll let me and see if we can go out on the balcony.
That's me.
No, you may not go to your room. No, Louis, no. No room for you to work. All right, fine. Let's go back upstairs and talk to Holmes then. I don't want to have to go through that without any juice, man. I've got like no. Oh man, I'm so bone dry. I've exhausted every element of investigation I can. Nothing was said about the pit. It remains a creepy unknown in the room. Alright, so his room is right past here on the right. Alright, fine. So, over here, isn't it? Is the stairs up? Yeah. Alright. Have a good one, Specky. We're gonna have to wrap up pretty soon.
Yeah. Have a good one, Specky.
No, go to your room until you've solved the murder.
No bed for you till justice.
Now the question becomes, am I going to implicate my mother or not?
No, she have a choice. She looks well guilty, dude.
I know. We continue to ignore the pit. We have always ignored the pit. How about this? I'm going to load upstairs, and then we'll see what happens, and then I think we'll wrap it up.
Weather's about to take a turn for the crappy.
I know, it's going to start raining any second now. What time are groceries?
1, I think, same as usual.
Oh, shoot. We got to get rid of them. The pit. Let's go ahead and wrap up here then. We'll start by talking to Holmes next time. Alright, host. We got an idea. Not a good idea. We don't like it. No rest for Louis. Yeah, stand here in the middle of the pit. Okay. And I think that's going to do it for this week, folks. We will pick up next time with informing our host that we think our mother has committed murder.
Yes, which will be a good time.
Which will be totally awkward.
Next Sunday morning.
Awkward. And yes, asking our homie for some honey in our tea, please, because we are...
Hey man, you carrying?
Yeah, exactly, because we are bone freaking dry. We haven't found Mom yet, Lumina, but we've found a piece of her dress at the crime scene. We've also found boot prints and the pistol of Peru, the French Revolutionary judge, I think he is.
Yeah, he is judge. I would also accept Jack Hull.
There's also an implication that he may have had a crush on her or been involved with her. We're not sure. Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed we couldn't further investigate Von Werder for their apparent past relationship. Though, to be honest, I think he's just obsessed with the fact that she's covered in occult tattoos, which is creepy.
He also looks an awful lot like NPC who will be very important in about a chapter's time.
Yeah, exactly. So now we're going to stand and stare into the pit.
Because everyone stares into the pit.
Everyone has to stare into the pit sometimes.
We'll be back doing more of this from around 10 to around 12 next Sunday.
That's right, and we'll be back on Wednesday night for, I believe, the conclusion of Mark on the Red Granny with much better content warnings, everyone.
We'll talk about it at the top of the feed.
And we'll talk about how we just kind of fell down on that last week.
But the short version is the content warnings weren't sufficient. People pointed this out.
Thank you for pointing it out.
Thank you for pointing this out. We've worked with them on improving them, and you'll help make us better.
And that will be That will be next week, and then we got to start thinking about what we're going to read next.
Oh, I think we have what we might be
Well, I
reading
have a
next.
candidate, but I have to finish reading it first, and then we'll go from there.
Yes.
Alrighty. Have a great time zone, everybody. We're
Good
gonna
time zone, folks.
go get some more food and some more coffee and see if my brain is actually going to come online today, which would be very nice of it. Oh, thank you, Wendell.
Thanks, Wendell.
And, all right, everybody. Have a good time zone. We'll see you next week. He just saluted the screen. You can't see it, but he just saluted. It's
The Olga
hilarious.
level 4 is now clear. Lucas out.